Then we have shipping documentation. You can specify by customer what goes in with the shipment. Packing list only, which is the default, invoice only, or both an invoice and packing list. Then we have the vendor ship flag. The vendor ship flag is a three-way flag. This basically means vendor shipping means that the goods are going to be shipped from my vendor's facility directly to my customer. That is different from drop shipping. Drop shipping means I'm going to ship the goods from one of my warehouses to my customer's customer. So let's take Amazon, for example. Amazon buys widgets from me. I can either ship those widgets to Amazon, which is a normal warehouse shipment, or I can drop ship for Amazon, and Amazon says, send the widgets to Fred, who ordered them on our website. So that's a drop shipment. In the case of a vendor shipment, Amazon orders the widgets from me, but I don't stock them. I have my widget manufacturer ship those widgets directly to either Amazon or to the final consumer, and that's a drop shipment. Doesn't go through my warehouse at all. Now, based on the customer, I can set that this customer does not accept vendor shipments. They want the stuff to come from me, or this customer only accepts vendor shipments, or if I leave it blank, then I can ship it any way I want. In the vast bulk of cases, vast majority, you're going to leave it blank. The same flag is also in the catalog and in inventory, and it's used more often there, where you'll have an item that you don't carry in stock that you only vendor ship, or you'll have an item that you always stock and you never vendor ship, or you have an item that you stock, but if somebody orders a whole bunch of them, you'll vendor ship them for that one order. So the three-way flag is both in the customer and in the catalog item and can be set any number of ways. Then you have a flag that determines whether or not the customer requires a purchase order to go with every sales order. Then you have a handling code, which says charge your handling charge, no box charges. Charge one box charge, no handling charge. Charge a charge for each box, no handling, no box or handling, or box charges and handling charges. So some companies charge $2 a box charge plus $5 handling charge, and you can set up all sorts of different arrangements there. And then what the handling charge is, it's GenCode table driven. Then here, these buttons here are associated with the billing codes. I'm sorry, the rate charge. If you want to charge a flat rate for air shipments to this customer, you can key it in with this button. If you want to set a flat rate for deliveries if you're using a house vehicle, for example, you may be a local grocery wholesaler and you charge $20 for every delivery, regardless of how much it is. You may have a flat rate for LTL shipments, or you may have a flat rate for parcel shipments. So this allows you to, for some of the more unusual rating, we don't put a field here, we just give you a button to access it. Then you have the fulfillment return address code. Let's go back to our Amazon example. If you're drop shipping for Amazon, Amazon wants you to have a specific return address on the box, and that might be their return address. Or they might want you to have their customer name, Amazon, with a special return address. They may want you to have a customer name, but your shipping facility return address. So if it gets refused, it goes back to you. Or they might want you to have a generic return address that says fulfillment facility and your return address. So if it gets refused, it goes back to you, but the end customer doesn't know who you are because you fulfilled it for somebody else. And then the last thing in this area is the free freight over. You can set a value in here saying that this customer gets free freight if the shipments are over X number of dollars. Then we can store here the customer's website, what region or sub-region they're in. If you use regions or area, these three fields let you identify either marketing or territorial regions to more detail. Then we've got some control flags for this customer. For example, ticket billing. Ticket billing means that accept orders from the customer, accumulate them, and then bill them on a periodic basis. Customer may only get billed once a week or once a month. Summary billing means generate an invoice for every shipment, but at the end of a period, send the customer a summary of all of their open invoices with the invoices attached. Sales BOM means that when you have a kit item, for example, OFM sells kits, that on the invoice, the kit should be exploded. Otherwise, it's just one line. System invoice is the same sort of thing, that if you're selling a system that consists of multiple individual components, you can either list them or not list them. Back order means, does this customer accept back orders or not? If the back order flag is checked on this, for this customer, it defaults into the order, and when the shipment is made, any lines that you can't ship are closed because the customer does not accept back orders. Partial's okay. If this is checked, that means if you don't have everything, you can ship the things you have and the other things get shipped later. Whether or not to send statements to the customer, whether or not to send dunning letters. The customer's language, who the AR operator is for that customer in accounting, who the dunning operator is. Some review and audit dates, the last date it was reviewed, and then some comments. Same with audit dates or audit date 2. And then this section here allows you to specify documents that are required for each of your customers, and this tells you if you have the documents on file. If it's red, they're missing. If it's yellow, that means that the document that you have on file is too old. For example, a Dun & Bradstreet report. You can have it on file, an image of it, and if it's older than a certain amount of days, then the system will tell you that it's time to refresh it.